Hello students, welcome to SPSVERSITY. Today in this session we are going to discuss about microbes in human welfare. So when you come to microbes, so what actually the microbes are? So the different groups of microorganisms like bacteria, fungi, protozoans, microscopic plants, viruses, viroids, prions. These all are microorganisms. And these microorganisms are present everywhere. It is omnipresent. Omnipresent means they are present everywhere. In the air, water, soil. And they are most successful group. Okay. In these microorganisms, many are beneficial as well as few are harmful. So harmful means they cause diseases, they spoil the food materials like this. So here when you come to microbes like bacteria, fungi, protozoans, plants, viruses, viroids, prions, these all are list of microorganisms which play an important role in our life. Like microbes play an important role in our household, in our daily life, industries, sewage treatment, in the production of biogas, biocontrol agents like biopesticides, bioinsecticides, biofertilizers. So there is a use of microbes in our household, industry, sewage, as well as in agriculture, biopesticides, bioinsecticides, biofertilizers. So now we will discuss about the use of microorganisms in household. In our daily life, in our household, we make milk, that is, we make curd from the milk. Okay. To make this curd from the milk, a bacteria plays an important role, that is lactobacillus. So lactobacillus is a bacteria which will play an important role in making of curd from the milk. So what this lactobacillus will do is it will cause coagulation of protein present in the milk by secreting lactic acid. So due to coagulation, what happens is the milk protein is coagulated. Lactic acid causes coagulation of milk protein, which leads to formation of curd. And curd is rich in vitamin B12. And at the same time, curd has the properties of killing disease-causing microorganisms. That is, when you compare curd and milk, curd is more nutritious when compared with milk, because it is rich in vitamin B12. At the same time, it is fights the microorganisms which causes disease. This is used in our daily life. In the same way, for making the idli and dosa, so we keep it overnight. After making into a paste like, we'll keep overnight. In that overnight, it undergoes fermentation and increases in size. This is due to Streptococcus facialis. It is due to Streptococcus facialis. Okay. which will play an important role in making idli and dosa mix. And next, Swiss cheese, a type of cheese, is manufactured from a bacteria called Propionibacterium shermani. So this cheese, the idli, dosa, the curd which we use in our household. Okay, like this, if we come to next one, that is in our household products, next important role by fungi. That is yeast, which we call generally yeast, which is Saccharomyces cerevisiae. Okay. So this Saccharomyces cerevisiae is used in bakeries. It is used in baking industries and is used to make production of toddy from palm trees. Okay. So yeast plays an important role in baking. At the same time, from a fungi called Penicillium roqueforti, a Roquefort cheese is prepared. A Roquefort cheese is prepared. Okay. So here when we come to the uses in our household, that is curd, the cheese, okay, in baking industry, okay, these are the uses of microbes in our household products. When we come to microbes in industrial products, in industry, when we come to preparation of alcoholic beverages. Okay. So alcoholic beverages means beer, wine, whiskey, rum. These are different alcoholic beverages which are prepared from alcohol. And they are produced by fermentation. Fermentation means it is the final step of anaerobic respiration where ethyl alcohol is formed. To make this ethyl alcohol, so this industries will use fermenters. So in fermenters, basically ethyl alcohol is produced by using yeast by fermentation, and based on the percentage of ethyl alcohol, these all products are prepared. So here in this picture you are seeing a fermenter where yeast is cultured with a given with a nutrient medium, then it will produce ethyl alcohol. And this ethyl alcohol is used for preparation of various alcoholic beverages like beer, whiskey, rum, this all. Okay. And next, when you come to microbes in industrial products. Okay. So basically when you take in medicine, microbes are used in the preparation of antibiotics. So the first antibiotic is penicillin, which is called an wonder medicine. So which is produced by Penicillium notatum. The fungi name is Penicillium notatum and Penicillium chrysogenum. So what is the use of antibiotics? Antibiotics are used for treatment of various infectious diseases like plague, whooping cough, diphtheria, leprosy. These all are infectious diseases caused by microorganisms. So antibiotics will play an important role in the field of medicine for curing, for the treatment of infectious diseases. Okay. Not only penicillin, like many antibiotics are extracted from bacteria also, like streptomycin, which are extracted from bacteria, which are useful in the treatment of infectious diseases. Okay. Along with the antibiotics, these microbes play an important role in the production of chemicals, enzymes, and bioactive molecules. So first we will study about what are the chemicals extracted from various microorganisms and their use. Citric acid is prepared from Aspergillus niger, a fungi, which is used in laboratories. Acetic acid, which is prepared from a bacteria, Acetobacter aceti, which is used in the preparation of vinegar. Vinegar is used in our making in the cooking process. Butyric acid, it is manufactured from a bacteria, that is Clostridium botulicum, for lab use. Lactic acid is produced from Lactobacillus, which is also used in labs. Ethyl alcohol, ethanol, is manufactured from Saccharomyces cerevisiae, fungi, which is a unicellular fungi. It is used in the preparation of alcoholic beverages. So yeast is used in the preparation of alcoholic beverages. That is, whatever ethanol is produced from fermentation of yeast, it is used in preparation of alcoholic beverages. Okay. At the same time, along with this, there are many other enzymes are used in industries. Okay. Many enzymes are produced from microorganisms, like streptokinase, an enzyme which is prepared from a bacteria, that is Streptococcus, so which is used as a clot buster. So clot buster means to remove the internal blood clots in the blood vessels. This streptokinase is used, which is used called as a clot buster. And next, lipase, which is prepared from fungi, that is Penicillium and Rhizopus, which is an enzyme which is used in detergents to remove oil stains. So to remove oil stains, these are used. Okay. At the same time, pectinase from Aspergillus niger fungi and protease from, that is, Bacillus. So this pectinase and protease are used in the preparation of juices, that is bottled juice. So after extracting the bottled juice, to digest the pulp, these two enzymes are used, that is pectinase and protease, so that the bottled juice looks very clear. So the bottled juice looks very clear. The reason is due to this pectinase and protease, which is extracted from Aspergillus niger and Bacillus. So these two are used in fruit juice industries. And at the same time, there are bioactive molecules which are used in medicine. So when you come to medicine, that is, we use bioactive molecules like cyclosporin A, which is one bioactive molecule which is extracted from a fungi, that is Trichoderma polysporin. So which is used as immunosuppressive agent. What is meant by immunosuppressive? If any person undergoes organ transplantation, so in organ transplantation, so the human body will not accept the organ which is given by a donor. To make it acceptable, so in this process, the cell-mediated immunity is reduced. It should be suppressed. To suppress this, we use immunosuppressive agents. So cyclosporin A acts as a immunosuppressive agent. Next, statins, which are extracted from a fungus, that is yeast Monascus purpureus. So it will reduce blood cholesterol. That is, it will interact with the enzymes which are involved in blood cholesterol. So it will reduce the blood cholesterol level. So statins is one of the bioactive molecule which is used in lowering the blood cholesterol level. Cyclosporin is one of the bioactive molecule which is used as a immunosuppressive agent. So these are bioactive molecules which are used in medicine industry in treatment of various diseases. Okay. So till now what we discussed is the microbes in household, in medicine, in industrial products. So now we are going to discuss about microbes in sewage treatment. So when you come to microbes in sewage treatment, when you take sewage, in the entire water, if you see, that is in the entire water, if you see 99% of 99.9% of water, so this impurities consist of only 0.1%. There are 0.1% of impurities. In this 0.1% of impurities, there will be suspended solids like sand, silt and clay. Colloidal materials like fecal matter, bacteria, clots, paper fibers. Dissolved materials like nutrients like nitrate, ammonia, phosphate, sodium, calcium. These all will come under impurities. So suspended solids, colloidal materials, dissolved materials, these all will constitute only 0.1%. So this 0.1% will make water pollute, the entire water pollute. So in the process of sewage treatment, that is, in treatment of sewage, there are 3 steps. So the first one is primary treatment, secondary treatment and tertiary treatment. So what is done in primary treatment? That is filtration, sedimentation. In secondary treatment, again there will be aerobic and anaerobic steps. Okay. In tertiary, there will be chlorination, ozonization, radiation. Okay. So here when you come to primary treatment, it is completely a physical process where no microorganisms are involved. Okay. So nowhere microorganisms are used. So it is completely a physical process. So in this physical process, the first step is sequential filtration. So what is done in this sequential filtration? So here, in this sequential filtration, the floating debris are removed. That means whatever the solid waste which floats, it is removed. So the solid waste means the paper fiber, these all are solid waste which can be easily removed. Okay. And next is sedimentation. Okay. In this sedimentation, the sewage is passed through a grinding mechanism. Okay. After grinding, it is sent to sedimentation tanks, which is neutralized with lamps. So in sedimentation, whatever that is the substances will, based on density, they will get deposited at the bottom. So in sedimentation, whatever still the solid waste are separated. So whatever the effluent comes from primary treatment, it is called primary effluent. So it is called primary effluent. So this primary effluent is sent to secondary treatment, which is completely a biological process. So biological process means where microorganisms are used. So in this, the first primary effluent is sent to aeration tank. Okay. What is meant by aeration tank? In this aeration tank, there will be aerators. There will be equipment called aerators. So which will increase the oxygen level in the sewage. Okay, that is, to digest the organic waste present in the sewage, they require oxygen. That is, the organisms which use oxygen to digest the organic waste, they are aerobes. Okay. During this process, that is organic waste, whatever oxygen present in this, that is the BOD in the sewage, that is called biochemical oxygen demand. So biochemical oxygen demand means the amount of oxygen required to decompose, to digest the organic waste. Okay. So a lot of oxygen is required for digestion of organic waste. So here, to increase the oxygen levels, we require aeration tanks. Okay. So aerators will increase oxygen. Then it is sent to settling tank. Okay. Where there are bacterial and fungal flocks. That means the network of the bacteria and fungi, it is called flocks. Okay. So this bacteria and fungi which will digest the organic matter, when they pass to settling tank, they get settled at the bottom of the tank. So this is called activated sludge. So this is called activated sludge. Okay. So here if you take this one, that is the one which we call, that is activated sludge, is nothing but, the activated sludge is nothing but, okay, so the activated sludge is the activated sludge is nothing but the bacteria and fungi. Okay, it is nothing but the bacteria and fungi. So this bacteria and fungi will play an important role, that is specifically they are aerobic bacteria and fungi which play an important role in digestion of organic waste. So here the term comes biochemical oxygen demand, BOD. So if the BOD value of sewage is high, the pollution is also high. If the BOD value is low, the pollution is less. That means BOD value will indicate the levels of pollution. So BOD values will indicate the levels of pollution. High BOD values, high pollution. Low BOD values, low pollution. So here whatever the BOD values are present, that is whatever the BOD values are present, which will represent the pollution. So the full form of BOD is biochemical oxygen demand. So in the aeration tank, by aerobic process, by aerobic respiration, organic waste are digested by aerobic bacteria and fungi. And next is after anaerobic treatment, that is after aerobic treatment, the next step is anaerobic treatment. In anaerobic treatment, that is in the aerobic treatment, whatever supernatant is present is pumped into anaerobic sludge digester. Okay, so here whatever the bacteria and fungi got settled at the bottom, that is flocks, that is activated sludge, is again sent back to aerobic, that is aerobic part. The supernatant which is present, that is into anaerobic sludge digester, which is having anaerobic bacteria. So anaerobic means which will perform anaerobic respiration. So organisms which will do anaerobic respiration, they are called anaerobes. So they will digest the organic waste by anaerobic process. During this digestion, lot of gases are released, like that is a mixture of gases are released like CH4, methane, carbon dioxide, hydrogen sulfide, H2S, which are used as biogas. So biogas is used for various purposes like cooking, generating electricity like this. So whatever the gases are released during anaerobic treatment process, they are used as a biogas to prevent, that is, due to this, the pollution of the water that is reduced by 85%. Okay. So here when you come to secondary treatment is completely a biological process. So where it involves aerobic treatment and anaerobic treatment. In aerobic treatment, that is, there will be initially one tank, that is aeration tank, and another one will be settling tank. Aeration tank which has aerators which will increase the oxygen levels. Aerobes, that is, after that settling tank where aerobic bacteria will, that is, they get settled down, aerobic bacteria and fungi. Okay. And here when you come to anaerobic treatment, there will be anaerobic bacteria which will digest the, that is, the left out one. Okay. So here this, during anaerobic treatment, lot of gases are produced, that is CH4, carbon dioxide, H2S. So which can be used as a biogas. And when it comes to tertiary treatment, okay, it is not a biological process, it is a physiochemical process. So which involves removal of traces of organic matter, even removal of harmful bacteria and microbes, removal of dissolved organic solids. For this, there are different methods like adding chlorine, treating with ozone, using different radiations, ultraviolet rays, evaporation, exchange absorption. These all are different methods which are used in tertiary treatment. So to remove the traces of organic matter, the harmful bacteria, and as well as the dissolved oil. So in sewage treatment, there are basically 3 steps: primary treatment, secondary treatment, tertiary treatment. Primary treatment is completely a physical process. Nowhere microorganisms are used, only filtering and sedimentation. Secondary treatment is, that is, aerobic treatment and anaerobic treatment, where initially aerobic organisms are used, later on anaerobic are used. During anaerobic digestion tester, the biogas is produced, that is methane, H2S, carbon dioxide. And whereas when you come to tertiary treatment, it is a physiochemical process, nowhere microorganisms are used. Only for the removal of organic matter, harmful bacteria, microbes, organic solids. There are different methods like chlorination, ozonization, radiation, evaporation, exchange absorption. These are different methods. So here you can see there is a treatment plant, that is sewage treatment. You can see the aerial view of sewage treatment plant where different steps are performed: primary, secondary, tertiary steps. Okay. So nowadays, in the outskirts of cities and towns, the sewage treatment plants are set up to, that is, to purify the sewage water. Okay. And next, when you come to microbes in production of biogas. So what is meant by biogas? In biogas, the major composition is by methane, CH4, 50 to 75%. Carbon dioxide, that is 25 to 50%. Hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, a very small proportion. So this mixture of gases is called biogas. So what is the use of biogas? So biogas can be used in cooking as well as for generation of electricity, small scale electricity. So like this they can reduce the pollution. Okay. So in this biogas there are different steps. That is, one is microbial fermentation and another one is decomposition. So which is done by Methanobacterium. So Methanobacterium comes under the group methanogens, okay, which will release methane. So methane is one of the important constituent of biogas, which constitute about 50 to 75%. Okay. In this biogas, if you come to the components of a biogas plant, so for this we need a large concrete tank. And this large concrete tank is covered by floating cover, and there should be outlet as well as an inlet. So here you can see the picture of a biogas plant. So this is tank, the concrete tank, which is called digester. Okay. On the top of this there is a gas holder which is made up of iron or any other metal. Okay. So here whatever the cow dung and buffalo dung, which comes from cows and buffaloes. So this cow dung, along with water, it is sent into the digester. It is sent into digester, that it reaches to digester. In cow dung, that is, when you take cow dung and buffalo dung, there will be methanogens, so which will perform anaerobic respiration. So these methanogens will perform anaerobic respiration. So during this anaerobic respiration process, methane, CH4, CO2, H2S, like this hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, like these are released. And this biogas, which is channelized in a proper way, which is used for various purposes. That is, for cooking, for generation of electricity, like these various purposes are used in villages. Okay. So like this, in villages specifically, we can see this biogas plants. In villages, there is availability of lot of dung, cow dung, buffalo dung, which is used. So this cow dung and buffalo dung, after this in a digester, when it gets digested, the one which is used, it reaches into the outlet in the form of sludge. So this sludge which comes from this biogas plant, which can be used as a fertilizer in the crops. So here there are two uses from biogas plant. One is the biogas coming from plant, as well as sludge which is used as a fertilizers in field of agriculture. And in villages specifically, as there is availability of a lot of dung, cow dung and buffalo dung, they use this biogas plant. Okay. So this is about the production of biogas plant. Follow us SPSVERSITY on social media. And next, microbes as biocontrol agents. So what is this biocontrol agents? So in agriculture, to control diseases and pests, a lot of insecticides and pesticides are used. That is, the chemical based pesticides, insecticides are used in agriculture. But when you come to these chemical based insecticides and pesticides, they cause a lot of pollution. They cause water pollution, soil pollution. At the same time, they affect humans also. Humans also get a lot of diseases due to this pollution, okay, which are harmful, which cause pollution, and which for the production of this chemical based one, a lot of energy is required, a lot of fossil fuels are required. Okay. And these chemical based or non-specific. Non-specific means even they will kill the useful insects also, useful as well as harmful insects. So that's why they cannot be used for a long time. So here, to control the pests and diseases, there are many biopesticides, bioinsecticides. Like for example, if we take bacteria, a bacteria called Bacillus thuringiensis, which is used as a bioinsecticide. Even fungus trichoderma, baculovirus, that is nucleopolyhedrovirus. Okay. And these control agents are very specific. They kill the target one only. They don't go for others. Okay. For example, if you take dragonfly, they will kill only aphids and mosquitoes. Okay. So here if you take fungus, a fungus called Phytophthora palmivora, which is used as a bioherbicide. So like this, there are a lot of bioherbicides, biopesticides, bioinsecticides are used at present. So that the nature is protected, they are very specific, and even useful insects are not harmed. So there is a use, they are very specific. So when you come to this microorganisms, they are very specific about this is nothing but the predator and prey relationship. So predator means which kills, prey means which is killed. So here we use the basic principle, that is predator and prey relationship. That is, in predation, a predator will kill a specific prey. In the same way, this bacteria, fungus, the baculovirus, dragonfly, fungus are very specific. They kill only the specific, that is the organism which causes harm, the pathogens. Okay. So nowadays we are using a lot of, that is at present we are using many biopesticides, bioherbicides, bioinsecticides, which are eco-friendly. They doesn't cause any harm to nature. And they will kill only the harmful pathogens. They don't affect the useful one. And they are very specific. Okay. So they don't cause any health hazards. No health hazards. So like this, there are a lot of uses of this, the biocontrol agents. Okay. And next, when you come to biofertilizers. So what is meant by fertilizers? So fertilizers are meant for increasing the fertility of the soil. So to increase the fertility of the soil, we add fertilizers like urea, NPK. These all are fertilizers which are prepared in industries. Nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, urea. These are chemical based. And these fertilizers which are prepared in industries, they cause a lot of pollution. They cause a lot of pollution. They are not eco-friendly. Okay. And continuous use of these fertilizers leads to the lands, the fertile lands will become barren. That is, they will become unfertile. Okay. That's why nowadays we are using biofertilizers. So biofertilizers means we are using microorganisms as a fertilizers. So that here, for example, bacteria, cyanobacteria, fungi are used. So when you come to bacteria, the best example is symbiotic bacteria. So symbiotic means which has a mutual relationship between the legume crops. That is, the rhizobium is a bacteria, symbiotic bacteria, which has symbiotic relationship with legume. Okay. So rhizobium will give nitrogen to legume plants, as well as legume will give the food materials. Both get benefited. So this rhizobium is used only in legume crops. It can be used in only legume crops. So legume crops means groundnut, beans, these all will come under legume crops. Okay. They can be used only in legumes, that is the members of Fabaceae, beans, groundnut, these are. Okay. When you come to free living means they are not non-symbiotic, they are not associated with any other microorganism or any plant. Like Azotobacter, Bacillus polybex, so these two are bacteria which are present in the soil. So which fix atmospheric nitrogen. And this atmospheric nitrogen is used by the plants. So nitrogen is an important component of plants. For the preparation of proteins, amino acids, nitrogen is required. Okay. So this bacteria, rhizobium, Azotobacter, Bacillus polybex, these all will fix atmospheric nitrogen. And there are another type of bacteria, that is which is loosely associated with crops, that is Azoospermillum. So which will fix atmospheric nitrogen. So here microorganisms can fix atmospheric nitrogen. So why? Because in microorganisms there is an enzyme called nitrogenase, which is not seen in plants. So plants cannot break the triple bond present between, that is the double bond present between this nitrogen. Okay. So here nitrogenase is the enzyme which will break this and convert into ammonia, nitrate, nitrite. Okay. So plants depend on the microorganisms for its nitrogen needs, like bacteria, cyanobacteria, fungi. In bacteria there are symbiotic one like rhizobium, non-symbiotic Azotobacter, Bacillus, loosely associated with crop Azoospermillum. Okay. And when you come to cyanobacteria, which is called blue-green algae. So when you come to blue-green algae, that is cyanobacteria. In this also there are symbiotic and free living. Okay. So symbiotic means, that is when you take the symbiotic, that is anabino. An example comes anabino. It is seen in a fen called azolla. So that means it is seen in pteridophyte. Azolla belongs to the plant kingdom Pteridophyta, where anabino will help in nitrogen fixation. Okay. And when you come to free living, that is nostoc and aloe, which are free living, which are not associated with any, that is, which are not associated with any type of bacteria, any other organism. Okay. So they also fix atmospheric nitrogen. Okay. So till now what we studied is about cyanobacteria, bacteria. So now we are going to study about fungi. Even fungi are also associated with the plants. That is called association of the fungi and the plants is called mycorrhizae. It is called mycorrhizae. So in mycorrhizae association, okay, So in this mycorrhizae association, the fungi enters into the plant body. The fungi enters into the plant body. Okay. The fungi will get nutrients from the plant, and plant will give nitrogen to that is fixed nitrogen to the plants. So in mycorrhizae there are two types, ectomycorrhizae and endomycorrhizae. So ectomycorrhizae means that is which will form a network on the surface of the roots of plants. They will form a thick network of surface. The fungal hyphae will form thick network of hyphae on the surface of roots. So they will fix atmospheric nitrogen. They will absorb the nutrients like phosphate. Okay. Endomycorrhizae means they will enter into the body of, that is, they will enter into the plants, which will fix atmospheric nitrogen. So mycorrhizae is also an symbiotic association where both fungi and plants are benefited. So here when you come to the fungi and plants, fungi will get nutrients from the plants. Fungi will give the whatever the minerals required like nitrogen, the phosphates to the plants. So both are benefited. So like this, there are many biofertilizers nowadays at present. Like rhizobium comes in the form of powder, Azotobacter, these all are, which are sprayed in the agriculture fields. So bacteria, cyanobacteria, fungi, these all are used as a biofertilizers. Okay. And even biofertilizers have a lot of use. That is, when you take biofertilizers, they are cost effective. So cost effective means they are less cost when compared with the chemical fertilizers. Chemical fertilizers require lot of energy. So for the production of chemical fertilizers, lot of energy is required. So this lot of energy for the production of this, it will increase the cost of the fertilizers. And moreover, they cause pollution. They are not eco-friendly. But whereas when you come to the biofertilizers, they are eco-friendly. Means they doesn't cause harm to the nature. Okay. And they will reduce the dependence on chemical fertilizers. So nowadays, chemical fertilizers are used enormously. Okay. Without the knowledge, there are many farmers use these chemical fertilizers, which will affect the nature as well as the humans. Okay. And moreover, biofertilizers which will increase the fertility of the soil. Okay. Whereas when you come to chemical one base, they may cause harm to the nature, that is, they may cause pollution also. So that's why nowadays biofertilizers are used, like bacteria, cyanobacteria, fungi, these are used as biofertilizers. So which are cost effective, eco-friendly, reduce dependence on the chemical fertilizers, which can be used for long term. Okay. So which doesn't cause any pollution, and their cost is less than the chemical energy. Okay. So like this, microbes are used as a biofertilizers, as well as microbes are used as a pesticides, bioinsecticides, bioherbicides, which will kill the specific insects. Biofertilizers, which will increase the fertility of the soil. So that's all about the microbes in human welfare. Follow us on SPSVERSITY. Thank you all.